A scout is loyal. I got involved in Sea Scouts. I was told about Sea Scouts by my grandfather because he knew I was interested in aquatics and was looking for something else outside of Boy Scouts to get involved in. Sea Scouts has given me a place to grow in my aquatic skills. It's also allowed me to pursue other leadership outside of my troop and outside of the OA and venturing. My favorite scouting memory is winning the Pfeffer Regatta. We had lost the past 2 years to our rival ship from Atlanta, and we had decided that year that we were going to really come back strong and beat them that year, and we came back and whooped them, so it was a lot of fun. Scouting has prepared me for adult life by giving me a network of people to interact with, leadership skills in a safe place to fail where I learn what I'm good at and what I'm not, so that once I move on into the real world, I'm better prepared to actually lead. What loyal means to me is being loyal to my beliefs as well as being loyal to other scouts, holding them up and trying to help them in their pursuits.
A scout is brave.
You know, I've seen him grow up. You know, he holds a special place in my heart. His sisters do too, and not only them, but the whole family does. Well, from my understanding, Micah went full-fledged heroism that day from when, I guess, Danny Carter, his great-grandfather, come in and said, you know, hey, take cover. He helped push a couch in front of the door, and then when his sisters got under the table, he put himself outside, shielding them. And that's truly, truly heroic. Bravery would have to be knowing the danger, and yet you still react in a manner to where those around you are protected.
A scout is trustworthy. Growing up was a little difficult. I had a lot to overcome. My mom kind of neglected me, so I was a little on my own and kind of lacked discipline for the first years of my childhood, which was a big part of the reason why Child Services moved me to Nashville. I got to come up here and live with my aunt and uncle, got into scouting, and that really built up a strong background of discipline. I was home alone with my grandma, I think it was during the summer, and she had a tendency to trip on her computer wire, and one day she did it. She tripped and cracked her head open on the coffee table, and I had a first aid training. I actually took first aid twice, and I did a first aid class in high school, so I felt pretty prepared for it. So I got the first aid kit, 911 came, and we got her to the hospital, and she was fine. I did COPE during the summer, and COPE is like when you walk on like high places and do the free fall jumping and such, so that I could build bravery. So I just felt like I was prepared for it and I was ready to act on it. Just trust my instincts. Trustworthiness means just to be honest, you know, don't hold back even if you really feel like the truth isn't the best answer, but just trust that in the end that you'll be, the truth will be the correct answer.
A scout is helpful. The main opportunity that I have attributed to scouting in the last 3 years is the growing confidence in my ability to work with other people in a team, and with other people's ideas contributing to my own, we are able to do a lot more than just myself. Cancer was a difficult time for our entire family during the year of 2010, but it has helped our entire family to grow a lot, especially in our trust in God. I have always been called, felt like I've been called to the missions, so I will probably go into medicine because there's a lot of medical needs across the globe that need to be met. Being helpful for each and every scout has to be very helpful to keep this new program, STEM Scouts, that's only been around for 3 years, running.
A scout is trustworthy. So my brother was involved in Cub Scouts, and I was always tagging along as a sibling. At one of our events, a member of a different pack came and he started talking about venturing to my mother, and after that I was just waiting until I was old enough to join. One of my favorites was the Klondike Derby. So for venturing, we build our own sled, fill it with a bunch of supplies we need, and basically pull the sled as if we were the sled dogs around a 9-mile course. We won it a few years back with our team, the Impastas. We were impersonating the other crews for their cheers, just borrowing their cheers, and it was a lot of fun. I used to be really, really scared of public speaking, and through work on various awards and campouts I've been to and campouts I've run, I've had a lot of opportunity to practice that in a safe place, and that's come in handy a lot during college. Trustworthy means that when you're given a task, they believe that you are going to go and do it. They don't need any further input. They're also trusting you to act in a manner that's consistent with the rest of the Scout law.